Hey, thanks for coming back. And today I'd like to talk to you about another gaming headset. And it's these. It's from FiFine. And this is the FiFine H6 USB headset. This is what they look like. Let's start off with the microphone. Right here they do have an LED. Whoops. But it doesn't light up normally. It's only for the mute function to let you know that you're muted. The microphone is detachable. One thing I'd like to point out, let's see right where it's at here. If you notice right here, there's a little notch or a little line right here by my moving finger. On the inside of the headset, which I don't think this camera is going to pick up very well, there's like a little protrusion in there. And that's so you can line this up and get it properly in place. And if you can't find it, that's fine. You just stick the microphone in. While pushing down slightly, you just simply twist the microphone. It'll find a spot, click it into place, and you're ready to go. Now, it is a gooseneck style microphone, so it is kind of bendy a little bit. They do use 50mm drivers or speakers inside of here. It is a 7.1 surround sound headset. You get 3 EQ modes: game, movie, and music. There is a mute switch, there's a volume switch, and the microphone, the bit rate is 24-bit, and the sample rate is 48 kilohertz. Yes, I'm looking down at my notes. And the frequency response of the microphone is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. Also right here, you can tell that there's like this little oval ring around the graphic here. Those is where the LED lights are. And you can't control them, you just plug it in, they do their own thing. The cable is very nice. It's actually a nylon braided cable, and it's about 6.5 feet or 1.98 meters in length. Of course, it's terminated with a regular USB type A plug. And this part here is where all the magic happens. So there's no controls on the headset, it's all in here. Right here is the mute switch. It's a simple slider switch. On this side is your EQ modes. And if you can tell, there's these 3 little dots right here. They'll light up to tell you what EQ mode you're in, and you just simply, press this button here to change your modes. And if you want to know what modes they are, or if you're muted or not, they got these little symbols on the back. Like here's a mute microphone with a line to it, that means it's muted. Microphone without a line means it's unmuted. Movie, music, gaming mode. Right here, if you notice, there's a plus and a minus. That is your volume control for the speakers of the headphone, not for the microphone, but for the speakers in the headphones or the drivers. Right here in the dead center, it's your 7.1 surround sound switch. Now that's enough of me yakking right now and about all the specs I have to give you. So let me give you an audio test of these. Oh, and by the way, there's no side-to-side tilt. They do tilt up and down. Really good padding on the ear cups and the headband. They do have a nice little ratcheting mechanism, and this is metal. And they do feel really, really comfortable. But enough of that right now. Let me just get to showing you what these sound like. I'll be right back. Okay, so what you are hearing now is audio coming from the microphone of the FiFine H6 USB headset. Now I'm going to take these off to show you either side of the cup here to show you the LED lights. Now if you noticed right here on the microphone, that little white dot, there's nothing happening. That's because the microphone is active. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to mute the microphone and you will see this dot turn red. You see that? Let me once again take them off closer, and then I'm going to mute it and unmute it. There you go. Now, once again, I am going to go ahead and stay quiet, mute it and unmute it again to see if there's any noise of me doing that function coming through. There you go. Now, of course, the volume controls, they don't affect the recording or the mic level at all. Neither does the gaming mode. As you can see here, as I press the gaming mode button right here, you'll see this red LED button flip through the different EQ modes. The surround sound button, when you press it, it does light up red, and then you turn it off, and that's pretty much it. Now, how do they sound? Overall, it is a great experience, or audio experience. The bass is there, and it does give you a good little rumble. It doesn't tickle the ears. So if you're kind of a bass head or you want really heavy bass in your gaming, this does deliver a nice rumble and a nice deep, clean bass or low bass end, but it's not going to like tickle your ears and make the hair in the back of your neck stand up. It's not going to shake your brain, okay? But the bass is very well defined. It does give you a nice rumble, not that deep, good thump, but it does give you a nice, good rumble. The mid-range is really crystal clear in here. I think actually when they tuned these headphones, they tuned it more towards the mid-range so you can hear everything. The high end is very clean and crisp. It doesn't get any, it's not clinical, it's not ear piercing. Even at higher volumes, it's just not there. It's a very enjoyable audio experience. For me, by the way, I like the movie mode function in here. I think that's the one that gives the best bass response or low end response and mid-range-ish response out of it. So you may want to have to play your game and listen to each one of the modes to find your favorite one. Mine is the movie mode. The music mode and gaming mode are nice, don't get me wrong, but I just prefer the movie mode. My ears are different. I'm older than you, so bleh. Now, when it comes to the 7.1 surround sound, there is a big difference when you're playing your game and you press that button. One of the biggest differences you're going to hear is, first of all, the depth. And what do I mean like that? Not only will it sound like someone, when you have it off, you can hear someone coming up behind you, and you'll hear the footsteps on both sides, if you will, of the headset. But when you hit that 7.1 surround sound, the depth changes. Not only will you hear that person, say, sneaking up behind you and you can hear them stepping in the dirt and gravel, but it'll differentiate what side they're on. So like if they're more on your left-hand side, you're going to hear it more, you're going to hear it on the left-hand side, not the right. Okay, so it really does work, and it works really well. The other thing you're going to notice, no matter what mode you were in, the bass kind of drops down a little bit in the mix. Not a whole lot, but you know, you can tell that the low end kind of drops down a little bit, meaning it's not as pronounced as it would be with the 7.1 turned off. But it's still a very good audio experience. To be honest, I actually really do like this gaming headset. Now, not only did I use it for playing games or for the gaming experience, but I also watched YouTube videos, listened to music. I even had it plugged into my TV to watch regular old movies. And yes, the movie mode is still my favorite. Well, it does depend upon what music and movie I'm listening to, because let's face it, not everything is recorded on a industry standard. So sometimes the EQ in certain movies may have a lower register or lower bass into the mix because they want you to feel the explosions or a ship flying by, you know, like in Star Wars when the Imperial cruiser's coming overhead, they want you to really feel that deep rumble, so they'll put a little bit more bass into it. So overall though, it's whether you're gaming, whether you're listening to music, watching YouTube videos or movies, this FiFine H6 USB headset is a very good, has a very good audio reproduction in it. So it doesn't matter, like I said, it doesn't matter what you're doing with them. I truly enjoy these headphones and I would highly recommend you get them. It's a really great price for it as well. Now, I did get this right from FiFine's website. I didn't go to Amazon or anywhere else, so I will leave that link down in the description below. So, to sum it up, it's a great sounding microphone. The mute function, right now, the mute function works pretty good. I do like how you get the 3 EQs in here. And no, there's no way to shut that off, but it's a nice little thing to have. And the 7.1 surround sound, I think, works very, very well. Better than some of the other gaming headsets I've ever tried where they kind of mimicked the 7.1 surround sound. To me, this one actually gives you the 7.1 surround sound. Now, of course, people are going to argue with me, well, to have that, you got to have multiple speakers. You know what? These are a headset. Don't tell me about having 25 different speakers in my... Don't get into that argument, okay? These produce the 7.1 surround sound very, very well, and I do honestly believe you will enjoy the FiFine H6 headset. So get it while you can. Okay, so if you happen to like this video, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and do not forget about that notification bell. It would really and truly help me out a lot if you were to share this video, maybe a few more of my others, on all of your social media. And until the next video, you, your friends, your family, and yes, even all of your pets, you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.